Talking about, when the weather gets this cold, you want something hearty. Over the weekend, I made a big pot of chili, but how about some chowda? Not chowder, chowda. The man, the myth, the legend, who does a heck of a chowder, and he's won awards for it, is Bryan Malcarney from Rory's down in Darien. Nice to see you.
Good to see you,
Can
Matt.
I just say, I'm just going to put it out there right now, he and I have been friends for years because we've done a number of charity events together.
Yeah.
But most of the time that I see you, you're doing the chowder. You've won awards for this.
Yes.
So this is good stuff.
Absolutely.
Well, let's see.
Best in Connecticut, I know.
There you go. Good to see you. What's it take? You've been, Rory's has done it for a while, and notice as I yap away, he's still shucking some clams. How do you take a traditional recipe, a traditional dish, and make it your own?
Well, I think one of the trademarks of Rory's is we've been making the same chowder for 40 years. So we found a good recipe, and we decided to stick with it. And the other thing that's really important is that you're using good, fresh ingredients.
Right.
We've got some beautiful fresh little necks that we're shucking to put in the chowder. We just cut up a little onion here.
Which is great because you know that he doesn't get those clams out of a can. Those are fresh, as good as you're going to get. I learned something interesting looking at the recipe, and the key is a good roux. And you don't often think about that with clam chowder. You think of like if you're doing jambalaya, maybe, right? What's it take for a good roux?
Well, you want to cook your butter and your flour. You want to get a little color on it. And then depending upon how much flavor you want to give the soup or chowder or something like that, you cook it a little more to give it a little more of that nutty flavor.
In go the peppers, the onions, and of course, there goes another cup of peppers. You've got this on medium heat. Is that where you want it?
Yeah. Usually at the restaurant, I'd go full tilt.
Okay.
But,
okay.
We're going to take it a little easy here.
All right.
But maybe we'll bump it up for you.
Okay.
Get it moving.
Just to see, because at some point this is not a fast dish. This is something you kind of let sit and enjoy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
it takes a little while. You got to really let the vegetables cook down so you get some of that water out and you're just left with the good flavors.
Right.
You can add a little garlic here.
That was not a little garlic. That was not a little garlic, Brian.
I like my garlic.
I was like, is that rice? No, that's a big tub of garlic he just threw in there. I think that's great. Again, where do you get your clams from?
I get most of my seafood from Pagano's in Norwalk or New Wave Seafood in Stanford.
Stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, and most of the little necks will come right out of the Sound.
Yeah.
So.
And I can imagine, especially because you said you do this as part of the menu, but you do specials with this all the time. So you're shucking a lot because you're making a lot of soup.
Yeah. Well, and the other thing too is for the people at home, if it's a little too much of a pain to actually shuck the clams yourself, you can buy clams that come in a little can.
You can do it if you want, but
but you definitely get a better product if you're using the fresh stuff.
All right, so you've got the roux that's kind of cooking down a little bit. Don't put the clams in too early, right?
No, you want those to go in later.
Right.
So we're getting to the point almost now where we're going to hit it with a little sherry. So we've got a little Harvey's.
I was going to say the old Harvey's.
You can always put a little extra in. And when we serve the chowder at the restaurant, we actually have a little sherry on the table so that you can give yourself a little nip extra if you feel like you're a little
take a
short.
second edge off, apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right. So, in one sentence or two sentences, describe Rory's food while you're mixing up the roux.
Rory's is kind of like a classic pub that's evolved into like a gastro pub.
Right.
It's been there for 40 years. It's one of the oldest restaurants in
down in Fairfield County. Look at it. You got a shepherd's pie here. You got a fantastic looking meatloaf. Get in close for that, and then
that's a chicken pot pie. We run all three of those. Different days specials at Rory's.
Special
we've been doing
day.
it since the day we opened.
Is soup the special thing?
It is.
What else you got in your repertoire there for soup?
Well, as a matter of fact, we actually have a little...
Right. We'll tell you the recipe while he's getting it. As of course, as always, going to be on our website, Fox60.
A little French onion soup for you.
Put that right up there, because I want...
All right.
And plate up. Is that not beautiful? Right out of the oven. Plate this up. We're down to 30 seconds.
We can do that.
And I got to tell you, it smells so good in here, and the crew is already salivating, going, "Where is my chowder?"
Right, you take the spoon, because that's for you.
Bryan Malcarney, you can find him over at Rory's down in Darien if you want some of this great pub food. And don't even move, because I'm just going to do it. Like I don't know how. This is not farm to table. This is chef to table right here, where he just pours it in a bowl, and I don't even let it hit the plate. And that is good. That is
Yeah.
good. Classic dish, his style, his way. Good luck. Nice
Thank
to
you very
see
much.
Keep the awards coming.